All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is Narwhal.
My name's Kyle.
Oh, wow. Did my voice sound weird there?
You had a lot of energy.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. I don't know. How's it going? What's going on?
It's going good. Yeah, I don't know.
You paid $600 for a tire.
Not only a tire, but my trunk, which I've talked about a long time ago. I finally got my trunk fixed.
Took like 3 months, but
yeah,
got it fixed.
Super expensive.
Nice.
Dude, when I was at the car place,
yeah.
It's like I don't really know that much about cars, and my dad is like, cars is like his life.
Yeah.
Like me with sports is my dad with cars.
Yeah.
So, like, he always gives me shit for like not knowing stuff about my car.
Yeah.
So then when I was in there, like, the guy was asking me all these questions and I didn't really know the answers to them.
Yeah.
And like, there was one point where like I walked in and I gave him my key and I was like, oh, I need this, and this fixed. He's like, okay. And then he was just like sitting there and he had a lazy eye and like the computer was like right in front of him or like a little bit off to the side and his lazy eye was looking right at me. And so I was like,
is he looking at me?
I wasn't sure if he was looking at me. I was like, so is that it? He's like, no, like I have to get your information. And I was like, oh, sorry, I thought you were looking at me. And then he looked at me and then his lazy eye went that way. And I was like, oh God, I feel bad.
you unintentionally like insulted him.
Yeah. He was nice though.
But he made you feel stupid. That's the worst. And it's like you ask like a genuine question and they're like, no.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that mean, but I just like felt like an idiot because I was like, obviously I need to give my information.
You can't just like leave.
Yeah, it's just his lazy eye got me, but you know, whatever.
It bothers me when not even just people who are into cars. I guess people that are like really in or know a lot about a particular thing. It bothers me when they talk to someone who doesn't know anything about that particular thing and they use language and talk to it about like to you as if you know all this stuff already.
Yeah.
It's like I know a lot about cameras and video editing, right? And if I'm talking to my mom, I'm not going to be like, all right, change the aperture and then change the ISO and record in 4K. Like, she has no fucking clue what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I feel like with car people especially, at least the ones I've met, they'll be like, oh, yeah, the carburetor's burnt out and you got to replace the...
Yeah, he was asking me all these questions and I was like, about my car, which like, I guess I should probably know them about my car, but I haven't had my car for that long, so I don't know it that well.
And it originally wasn't even your car.
No, it was my sister's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. He was just asking me all these questions. And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's like,
and he looked at me like, why don't you know?
Yeah, it's frustrating, and I feel like I have a good sense of like, if I'm talking to someone who doesn't know this about camera stuff, I'm gonna talk to them like they're a person who knows nothing about cameras. And like with you with sports, if you're talking to like a grandparent, you're not going to be talking about like ERA or like whatever.
Well,
I mean, maybe. Yeah.
Depends on what they know.
But if they know nothing, they're like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. People shame me for not knowing things.
Yeah.
It's really bad. I know nothing about cars either. And I've had the same car since high school. Like the first car I ever got is still the one that I drive. And, to this day, I don't know if it's a 2004 or 2003.
You can just look at the manual.
No, I know it. Every time I look, I get it mixed up because it's an IS300 is like the model name of the car. And then I get the 3 mixed up. I'm like, is the 3 from the 300? And is it still 2003 or is it 2004? And I you know.
Well, you can just look and just.
I know, but every time I look, my brain gets confused.
But you can just lock it in.
I've tried.
Okay, well,
you
can write it down.
Do you ever look at something? Or like something you keep forgetting and you look at it and you're like, all right, this time I'm not going to forget it. I'm going to ingrain this in my brain. And then like the next day you forget it again.
Well, yeah. Like he asked me for the year of my car and I thought it was 2008 for some reason. It's 2011.
Oh,
not even close.
Oh,
because my old car was 2000. But I used to think that was 2001. Dude, I don't know. I guess I was just making fun of you for not knowing, but I didn't know either. So
my mom, I still don't know what year she was born. Like that's so hard for me.
Really?
They always ask like, what's your mother's maiden name and your mother's birthday when you go to like the doctor or whatever, or not always, sometimes. And like I know I always like tell them the day, and then I have to like pull out my phone and like look up the year because I can't do the mental math. No, I know how old she is, but doing the mental math of like what year does that mean?
Too.
Yeah, like 2019 minus whatever hard.
Yeah, I guess.
You know.
I mean,
What year was your dad born? Go.
64.
How do you know that? And why do you know that?
I don't know.
What year was your mom born?
65.
Go. Oh my. Okay. Well.
They're like close.
Yeah.
Also, one of those things was in my garage code when I was younger. My mom's birthday. I think.
See. That's why you know it.
No, I don't think
I
it is.
guarantee you
Also,
know it.
also, I think it's my dad's. My dad's a car guy, so he's got a Mustang,
Yeah.
and it's like 60. I forget. It's either 64, 65, or 66. I want to say 65. So I was like, oh, because my dad was 1 when he got it, or not when he got. All right, never mind. I don't know.
Your dad was 1 when he got his Mustang.
It's like my dad was 1 when that was made, or I don't know, whatever.
Are you? So I'm gonna describe 2 type of people, and I want you to tell me which one you think you are.
Oh, okay.
So this is a very specific thing that I've noticed, but for example, if there's like a viral tweet, and like I'll look at like the responses to it, and sometimes, have you ever seen where someone responds to a tweet and like talking shit or something, and then the person who made the tweet responds to them with like basically like finding one of their photos and making fun of their appearance? I mean, like, man, like you talking shit, and yet you look like a fucking walrus.
Okay.
You know?
Sure.
You've seen stuff like that?
Yeah.
Where they'll zoom in on like their face and just like talk shit to them.
Yeah.
Because they don't like the response they sent to their tweet.
Okay.
Are you the type of person that if someone does that to you, whether like usually on social media or via text, if like someone says something like hurtful to you, they're sort of joking though, but you know it's true, will that like affect you and you'd be like, I mean, you won't say anything, but deep down you'll be like, damn, like I actually do look like a walrus, and like get like it'll like hit you in the heart somewhere.
Like if someone made fun of me for being like looking like a walrus, would that hurt me? But
well,
like if
no,
I did, look
but
like
something that's actually true. Like someone made fun of your hairline, let's say. But they took a shot, and it was like actually like kind of a mean thing they said.
Okay.
But they did it because you were talking shit or something. Would it? Can you playfully go back and forth with someone, or will it actually be like? Will you take a step back and be like, oh damn, that one actually like. That was mean.
I mean, I don't know. It kind of depends on the situation, because like, is it someone that I know? Is it some random person?
If it, like a random person. If they were like, man, look at your fucking hairline, pussy.
I'd probably find something, but I don't know. I guess I would like look, but I don't think I would. I would kind of just like let it go.
No. I don't mean look at something for them. I mean,
would it affect
like
me?
would you emotionally be like?
Oh, I think everyone to an extent is like,
yeah,
that stuff like that bugs them.
But I feel like there are some people that'll just fire right back as if it like didn't affect them at all. But
well, that's also trying to deflect it almost.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
I might do that, but I don't know.
But deep down, you're like,
I've never really been in a situation like that, like online with someone, like.
Yeah, but what about
fighting.
like via text?
With a friend?
I don't
know.
Like
we do that anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess.
But like, for example, I got an example that happened to me. So I'm definitely the type of person where like it'll actually like affect me.
Oh, okay. I won't make fun.
I mean, no, it's fine. I mean, I can like take it. It's just like I don't like it.
Sure.
But I'm not gonna go like cry myself to sleep.
Okay.
But I got my nipples are very low on my chest.
Same.
And in middle school, I remember this so vividly. After one of the basketball games, we were changing, and like one of like the PE teachers, or no, it was some adult. I don't know if it was a teacher or like someone's dad.
That's really
or like maybe the assistant coach. But like they mentioned something about my low nipples, and I was like,
that's weird that like an adult brought that up.
Yeah, it was
like, why are you making fun of a kid?
Yeah, like I mean, I think he was like trying to make. Oh, there's a fly. Fuck! Oh, you missed. Oh, good try.
I don't know where it went. Missed twice. It's a mosquito.
Yeah. But basically, an adult made a joke about my nipples.
That's messed up. If you're an adult making fun of a kid, like,
yeah,
about his appearance, especially. Like,
I mean, it wasn't like to be hurtful, but to me, I took it as like I was like, oh fuck, man.
Yeah. Hey, well,
you know,
it happens. I mean,
but I think there are a rare breed of people that you could like say the meanest thing to them, and they'll like laugh and then like go back, and it won't even like they won't even think about it. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, because I do think that everyone deep down will like be saddened by it, unless it's like someone like makes fun of me for something that I don't care, like that I'm like not insecure about.
Yeah.
Like if someone made fun of my eyes, like I don't think anything's wrong with my eyes.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't really. Okay.
Yeah. Real quick, I just want to use this time right here to tell you guys I just posted literally yesterday I posted the 7 days of silence, of no talking video. I turned it into like almost like a documentary style thing. Kyle thought it was going to be dumb. Was it dumb?
It was pretty good.
It was pretty fun.
was
It's a
good.
fun video.
Yeah. I'll say, like, I would never do that, but,
Yeah.
like, you did a good job on the video, so
Thank you.
kudos. But I still think it was kind of a waste of time.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it was an enjoyable video though. Like,
Yeah.
I think you guys would like it if you listen to
It
this podcast.
provided more meaning than I thought there was. So.
Yeah. All right. So I heard one of the craziest things I've heard in a while the other day. There is a nudist colony
Nice.
that lives on a mountain that is literally 10 minutes away from our house.
What?
And there is a whole community. Like,
Can we go?
yeah, there's guests. I shit you not.
Dude, we have to go.
You go, you pay like a $15 guest fee, and you go you go with the other guests that are there, and they take you on a tour through this community. And there's people that live there full time.
Like, people that we know, maybe? Like, do they go to our high school?
No,
It's
no,
10
no.
minutes from our house. Like, if
No,
kids are growing up there?
I'll explain it later. I just don't want to
I
say
have so many questions.
where it is. Well, I guess I could say there's this mountain called Tiger Mountain,
That's what I guessed. That's what I would have guessed.
and
But they would go to, like, Issachar, right?
no, like I think it's like adults. It's like retired people that are just
Yeah.
like weirdo
Ew.
nude people or something. I don't know.
I don't
I've never
know.
been there, but there's literally I don't know if you go up into the woods or if it's like. But from my understanding, there's like buildings and stuff and like stores. I don't know.
They just walk around naked.
But like you have to be, or if you, there's people that live there, and if you live there, they're naked all the time. But then you can be a guest. You pay $15. You go on a tour in a robe, so you have to take the clothes off under your robe the first time, and you can keep the robe on. Or if you want, you can
just
go
let it
nude.
fly.
But if you go back a second time,
You have
they
to.
have you in the records. You have to have at least some form of nudity. So I think for girls, like you have to at least have like your top off, or like at least your pants off.
Well, what
For
about
guys, you probably just have to take your pants off.
pants have to be off because, like, shirt off isn't that weird.
Yeah. So like, isn't that wild though?
That's crazy that they're that close to us.
Yeah. Like I was
Weirdos up in
mind
the
blown.
mountains.
I didn't know that like that type of stuff existed over here.
Is that technically illegal though? Because, like, I can't just walk around naked.
Maybe it's like an Indian reservation kind of how like it is with casinos.
Also, is it illegal for me to walk around naked on my property?
I don't know.
If other people can see me, but I'm on my property, can I be naked?
I think that's a gray line.
I feel like that's like sex offender possibility.
But you're allowed to do it in your house. So who's to say you can't do it
But
in your
also,
front
like,
yard?
I couldn't murder someone on my lawn.
Yeah.
Well, I could.
Unless
but
they come to you, you lure them in somehow
what?
onto your yard. Like if they,
Oh, like intruder or something?
yeah, or like no, like you had something so appealing on your property that people came to you. So you were a serial killer, but you just
It's still illegal. What are you saying?
no, I know, but you're saying like if you were on your property, you were saying you wouldn't be a serial killer because there wouldn't be people to kill on your property. Is what you said, right?
No, I was saying like can I be naked on my property, which is like you can't be naked in public. But like
Yeah.
I'm saying you can't kill people on your property. Like it's not like you can do whatever you want on your property.
Oh, yeah.
What did you think I was saying?
So I thought you were saying that like there's no threat of you being a serial killer if you're nude on your property because there's nobody to kill on your property.
Like no one's gonna want to go towards.
Yeah,
the
like
naked
no one's
guy.
gonna come to your property. But I was thinking like if you got like a cool like statue, like a dinosaur statue, and it's like a tourist attraction.
Then I could kill people.
No, then you'd have more access to people on your property. Get what I'm saying
Okay.
here?
So you're talking about serial killer opportunity.
Yeah.
I was talking about just like straight up, I can't kill people because that's illegal.
Yeah, we were on way different.
But speaking of naked people, like, did you see that streaker the other day on the soccer field? That girl?
No.
Oh, she's pretty hot.
Oh.
It was like, you know that Vitaly guy that like he's like a YouTuber, that
Oh,
Russian dude.
yeah,
It's his
everyone
girl. It's like
hates
his.
him.
It's like his girlfriend.
Oh my
It's like
gosh,
he's like
he
a
probably
big
did
streaker
it
guy.
for a YouTube.
Yeah, they
video.
did. So, anyways, but like, I saw in the video like they didn't like just absolutely lay her out. You know,
Yeah.
like they didn't tackle her, which sounds like kind of unfair.
that
Like-
they just will deck a guy, but they won't
Yeah,
deck
but
a
then
girl.
I don't know. But like also, I was thinking like that would suck to have that job where you have to tackle a naked dude.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, you got to pay the bills, man. Like,
I know, but like all the guys.
do you think
don't know.
security guards make good money?
No,
Probably,
I don't think so.
because you need security. It's like a very important role to have.
I've been to Mariners games, and there is a guy that has been there. My dad has even said he recognizes this guy from like when the Mariners first started. He's been
Yeah.
there.
And like,
it's this guy, and it's just this old dude. I'm like, you're not gonna do anything.
you're like, I could outrun you in a second.
yeah, I could like outwalk him. He's like 90. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he has a gun either.
Yeah.
So I don't know. All I'm saying is like, do you think they maybe don't go all out after the person and like hope they're not the first person there because like they don't want to be the one that has to tackle him? Or do they get a bonus if they tackle the naked guy? It's like, you caught him. You get a bonus
like
now.
A game, like
They like push each other over to get to the guy.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's a good.
I mean,
that's a rare thing. Like, there's not. You know what's cool is there's not many people in the world that can say they've tackled a streaker.
no, yeah.
Like, that's
It's
like
an
a rare Hall of Fame.
company. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like once you tackle a naked guy, you kind of like can't go back from that. It's like
Like, you felt.
it's like
the feeling, but you're not like.
Or maybe
you're
it's
not
like once-
grabbing his dick.
you might. I don't know. Like you might.
You might have to. That might be the only way to get him down. Imagine running. He's running. You reach out, yank him by the dick.
He'd go down.
He would go down.
That
right
might
away.
be the move.
Yeah. You
Hey.
know what's weird is like, you can train like virtually every aspect of your body to get stronger and like more resilient and like you
We've
know,
had
like
this
you could like
conversation. You can't strengthen your dick.
No, well, yeah, I'm
It's not a
yes, no, but what I was going to say is like, people get really strong, so you can like punch them in the abs, and they hardly feel it, or punch them in the arm, and it doesn't. But like, even the strongest guy, if you just like tap his balls, he's
yeah.
just down on the floor.
Yeah, just a little sack tap will
Dude.
knock down anyone.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
That almost hurts more than getting like a full-on punch or kick.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
I'd rather get punched than get a sack tap,
Yeah.
because then your stomach hurts for the next like 45 minutes.
I mean, it's going to hurt, but like sack tap, I feel like lingers more, and it's more like just straight up ball pain. But if you get like kicked or punched, it's like full on like crotch pain.
Have you ever hit your balls so hard that you thought you like felt like you were gonna throw up?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Do you like remember the situation?
I took a ground ball off the nuts when I wasn't wearing a cup. It was in practice. It was really stupid. Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, it's down. I was
would
down.
people
for a while.
not wear? Is it common to
Well, no,
not
it
wear
was like
cups in practice?
Well, it was an indoor practice,
Oh,
and like I was wearing shorts, wasn't wearing a cup, and then like I don't know, just hit off the heel of my glove straight up into my nuts.
oh.
It doesn't feel good.
How do you feel about like being naked?
What?
Like if you were to go to this like nude community,
Yeah, would that be weird if we went together?
that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I don't think so.
Like,
It's like I think it's a level of maturity that you just like understand. Like, everybody's got dicks and balls,
okay, but
and
then,
like it's a natural human thing. Like,
well, yeah, I
it's
understand that.
like the
But
primal.
question: in these nudist colonies, is it weird to look at each other's stuff?
I don't think so. I think that's just like
It's like
same as looking at your eyes. Like,
I don't know.
it's like, hey, buddy, what's going on?
It's like, wow, you just woke up, didn't you?
Yo, what if you're like a tourist in this colony and you see like a girl that's like pretty hot? You just get like a raging boner,
Yeah.
like walking through.
That's
taking
why
a
I feel like
tour.
maybe they don't look at each other's bodies, or they're so used to it that like they're not attracted to naked people anymore.
Well, I think I don't know. They probably
That
have really
sucks.
good mental control over it.
I guess. Well, they're all old, so they're all gross anyway. So it's
exactly.
like, that's why I don't think I'd want to go.
Do you think old people's like what they find attractive is relative to their age? Like, does like a 80-year-old guy find an 80-year-old grandma? Is that like his like she's hot, or
Maybe they
does
get
he
really
still
into
think like
personality.
25-year-old women are like really hot, and
I
he
think
doesn't think 80-year-old women are hot?
I think it depends on the 80-year-old man, because there's guys that are 80 and married like 20-year-olds,
Yeah,
like gold diggers basically. But I don't know. I think when you get that old, you realize how young these people are, and you realize like I was 60 when you were born.
and then it's like I don't really want
you could be my
want to
you
find
could be my grandchild, like I don't
Yeah.
know. But there's also weirdos that are like, yeah, 25, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
If you went to this nudist colony, would you feel comfortable like just dropping the robe?
No,
Really?
no.
No, I mean I would be hesitant too, but I think that if
I'd probably do it if
if
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it.
yeah, that's
But
the
I'm
thing.
not gonna
Like,
go. So
like if I went with all of our guy friends, like six
my
of us,
God, that would be so weird.
I think it'd be so funny. It'd be like such a funny experience. Like, you just gotta commit. Like, if we all went,
Yeah.
we're just like, dude, fuck it, and just like,
If everyone went, I'd be down. Like We'd all dick shame each other though. Like,
Yeah.
we'd all like look down and be like, all right, who's got the smallest dick here?
They'd be trying to like give us like a tour, and all of us would be like looking at each other's dicks.
Oh, really? That's what you're working with? That sucks.
Oh wow.
Dude, I'm a grower, not a shower. New topic, super random. Almost hit an elk with my golf ball the other day.
Oh yeah. How was that? How did that happen?
Really bad at golf.
Mhm.
Tee shot didn't go where I wanted it to. Ended up in the woods, and I'm driving down the cart with Chris, and all of a sudden we're like near where my ball is. I'm about to get out, and there's an elk standing there. So obviously I'm like, screw that. I'm driving away. Like I don't.
Yeah.
That thing could kill me.
Yeah.
So I almost hit an elk.
So you just left it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go.
Oh, I thought you meant like you swung and you witnessed it like fly next to an elk. Or
no,
something.
but like it was over there.
It did fly next.
It
to
seemed
the elk.
unfazed. So
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, I guess I missed it, but
So I know nothing about golf, and I'm sure this is a dumb question, but like, I don't understand how you track your ball in that. How a
I have
ball that
trouble.
flies so fast, how can you hit it, then look up in the sky and just find it?
well, I think like
Especially
after
when there's
you
like clouds.
after you golf for a while, you kind of know like based on how it felt when you hit it, where you think it might go.
Oh, so you don't always even see it.
Well, it's not, I lose it a lot. I suck, so mine
But then
goes
how do
everywhere.
you find it?
Oh, you just watch where it landed and then like keep that.
But what do you mean?
Like,
How can you find where it landed? Like, how do you see where it lands?
you watch it? What are you talking about?
I'm saying, but if you swung, you're like, oh shit, I can't find it.
Oh yeah, there's times where I lose balls. I lost 10 balls when I was playing.
But like people that like do golf a lot, like Chris.
Yeah, he
How
sees
does he-
where it goes. You watch
How
it.
though?
You
That's
can
so
see
crazy.
It land. You can see it land. It's not that.
It's
hard.
not that hard to see it.
No, you'd have to come golfing with us.
I just feel like it's such a vast like course and like so far away, and it's such a little ball.
I mean, like you see it bounce around a couple times, and then you like approach it, and then you can just see it sitting there.
Oh.
But if you're me,
And you go
you're
out
in
of
the wo-
bounds.
if you're me and you go out of bounds, then you have to like picture. Okay, it was by that tree, and then I go to that tree, and then I look around and stomp around in the woods,
Find it under some leaves.
walk through a couple anthills, and chop down some trees, and then I find it. Yeah.
Are you getting any better?
No. Well, I did.
Since when you started, do you think you're any better?
Yeah. Since when I first, I'm so bad at golf, dude. Like, I just no matter what I do, I can't hit straight. I just slice everything.
See, like I'm sure whatever I do play for the first time, I'm sure I'll be trash. But I have a feeling that since I never really played baseball, I don't know if I'll have like
the bad habits that I have.
Yeah, like the bad habits that like from baseball that don't translate well to golf.
Mm-hmm.
Because like there's people that like have never played basketball and they'll just go like shoot a basketball and they have like a good looking shot and they don't even know like how to shoot a basketball. And it's because like they've never had bad habits to break. So it's like you can train like a good habit because there's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's not a lot of people that can pick up a baseball bat and look coordinated and swing it.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So like you might like have a jacked up swing, which I have a good jacked up golf swing anyways.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm sure it'll be terrible.
At
But
first
I mean,
it's gonna be hard to make contact, but once you go to the range a couple times, you'll be able to make decent contact. And like, if you can just like dribble it up a little bit, like I make good contact. Like if I can connect, it'll go. It just doesn't go straight. That's my problem. So like if I do hit it straight, like that's great. One more thing.
Oh, okay.
This is something that happened the other day when you brought out the Cheez-Its when we were recording our podcast on Sunday.
Okay.
I was digging in the bag, and like, you ever dig into a bag? Okay, sorry, I'm gonna start this over.
No, keep
So
going.
you ever like, someone brings out a bag of chips and they're holding it out to you, and then they're like, "Oh, I'll reach in and grab some."
Yeah.
You ever like you just can't get a handle on the chips, and you just fumble around for like way too
Yeah.
long, and it's like you feel bad. You're like, "Oh shit!" Like they think I'm taking all the chips.
Yeah.
Well, you just can't get a good grip, and then
Well-
you end up with like 2.
And it's not that like you can't grab the chip because like your chips are there. It's just like you want to grab them in a certain way.
Yeah,
Like
I don't want to do that because then it's all over my hand.
yeah.
Like I'm trying to do this,
And you're trying to find a grip that feels good, but they just keep like moving around.
the right amount of chips, and then
Yeah.
you end up with like 2.
Yeah.
That happened to me the other day. You were like holding the bag of Cheez-Its out. and
Yeah,
was,
I
like,
know. I
was
remember
digging,
that.
and I only had 2.
I never mentioned it because I mean I didn't really care, but
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, this is taking him like an oddly long
I
time.
immediately wrote it down. Wait, if there's a bag between a guy's legs, are you gonna reach in?
I mean,
Like-
yeah.
If it's me, you would. But like if it's a random guy,
Why would I be taking chips from a random guy?
like we're at a mutual friend's house. Like it's not.
oh, it's
your
like a friend
friend's
of a
house.
friend.
Yeah.
Probably not. But I wouldn't even do it if he was holding it in his hand and I was a guy. And
What if he's sitting there and said, "You want some?"
Well, then I probably would, honestly. Like, I don't know. I mean, I sort of get it, but at the same time, like, I think the whole joke where everybody's like, oh, like, I don't know. It's in a bag. It's not touching his balls. There's the
But
bag.
what if you like
then
brush
there's
the side of the bag by like? What if it was like right up against his balls and you brush that side of the bag?
But he still has pants on.
Yeah, but you kind of felt it.
But I'm not intentionally going to touch a guy's balls.
But he might think that you are because he doesn't know you.
But he asked me for the chips. So
Maybe he wants you to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So then might come on to you. I don't know. Just this is hypothetical here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would. Would you?
Yeah, I would.
Yes,
I would.
What if a guy said, "Hey, you want some?" You're like, yeah, sure. So you reach, and as you put your hand in, he pulls his legs together and pins your hand there. What's your reaction?
If it was you, I'd be like, "What the fuck?" And if it was like a random guy, I would be really creeped out. I'd be like, either this guy's like just weird sense of humor,
yeah,
or like I don't want to ever talk to him again. Like either he's really cool and he's just really funny,
yeah,
or like super creepy.
Would you be like, dude, what the fuck? Or would you just kind of take it out and then like just like know in the back of your mind like that guy's pretty weird?
Like I'd probably laugh it off. I'd be like, what? That was weird.
And I know exactly what you mean though.
I'd be like, oh, what?
Oh, dude, that was so funny.
Dude, what? And then I'm not going back for those chips.
Dude, what? Oh, that was good. This is kind of more broad, but do you have any paranormal like stories growing up, or anything that like felt like maybe spirits or ghosts were involved, where you're like, that's just like not a coincidence? We're like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, one in particular. I might have talked about it before, but it was like 2 or 3 days after Connor died.
Okay.
And I was at Chris's house, and it was me, Chris, his brother Maddie, and their friend Cam. Mm-hmm. And so me and Maddie were the only ones that saw it. And there was this weird, like, it was dark outside, and there was this flash outside. Like, it looked like someone took a picture.
Okay.
From like right outside the window, and like,
I just got goosebumps.
And like,
I don't know why.
Me and Maddie were like, that was really weird. Like, did you guys see that? And Cam and Chris were like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And we were just like, what? Like, someone literally like took a picture outside.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, that's weird. Next, you know, like how if someone has a fire pit, they have this little.
Wait, is that the end of the story?
No, there's more.
Oh,
this is like 3 things that happen. 4 things that happen.
Like
all
back to back.
back to back.
All right.
Then you ever like, you know, those little fire steel poker things?
Yeah.
So they sit on like a little thing and they like kind of hang, you know, and they're metal.
Yeah.
There was one that was just rocking back and forth. Like,
okay.
It wouldn't stop moving. And we were like, why is that still rocking back and forth? And I was holding it down and it was still moving and I couldn't hold it still.
Kyle,
I swear.
Were you drunk?
No. Swear to God. This all happened. They were all there.
That one.
No, I swear.
You were probably, because you're probably moving.
No, I wasn't. I was holding it. I was like, dude, I can't stop it from moving. And I would like let go and it would still go. It was so weird. And then.
You sure you just weren't strong enough to like keep it in place?
Someone else might have tried too. I don't remember. But then after that, okay, so it was Christmas time. And so on Chris's mantle, they had those like, you know, those like, I don't know, like Christmas kind of like, it's like a big, long, like, it looks like a
wreath.
Yeah, but wreaths are circles, but they're like
it's
like a long
garland or something. I think that's what it's called.
I don't know.
A garland, where it's just like
it
looks
Christmas,
like bushes.
It's like it's like basically Christmas tree material, but like long across the mantle and kind of hangs down.
Okay.
You know, it looks like a bunch of like pine needles, basically.
I know what you mean.
Okay, so it's that, and there's a bunch of like Christmas ball ornaments on there. Like, it's all decorated. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, all of it falls off. Like, all of it comes crashing down. We're all like, oh my God, what is going on? This was all in like an hour. And then we like put it all back together. And then you know how they say animals can like see like paranormal stuff?
Yeah.
Chris's cat is staring across the room at nothing, just like so intently, just. And we're like clapping in his face and like snapping and like, Griffey, like over here. And he was just so like, and like Connor loved cats and like he loved Griffey. So like, and we were all like, okay, it was creepy, but it was also kind of almost like comforting because he definitely would do that to us. Like he would definitely mess with us.
Yeah.
So that was really weird. That was
That's
like one of the
crazy.
biggest. I don't know. And I guess like I've definitely like felt kind of his presence before.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I know what you
but
mean.
yeah. What about you?
I hate when people have like these like weird like spiritual or like paranormal like experiences, and then like I just hate those people that are like the Debbie Downers. They're like, oh well, clearly it wasn't a ghost, it was just like the wind, like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, I hate when people shut down other people's experiences and try and say that like, oh, that didn't happen,
I
because
think
it's like you
people
weren't
like
there.
that haven't experienced. Like I was kind of like that. I feel like
Yeah.
until I experienced that.
And yeah, if you feel it firsthand, you're like, that wasn't just a coincidence. Also, okay, I have one,
Okay.
but first I wanted to ask, do you think like if you're watching something or you see something or hear something and you get goosebumps, I know that scientifically there's an explanation that like it resonated with some part of your brain, and so you get goosebumps. Do you feel like there's like something more to that? Like, I don't know. I'm like super philosophical, but I feel like you started telling the first story about and how like
You got
the
goosebumps?
Flash, I got goosebumps, and I was like, I don't know. To me, I'm like super deep, but I feel like that's like Connor, like kind of like talking to you in a way, or
Yeah.
like something like that. You know?
It could be. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
depending on what the situation is for like you getting goosebumps, because like I'll get goosebumps for like listening to certain songs.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, couldn't. Hey,
I don't know. It's weird.
I feel like there could be something more to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's your story?
Okay, I had almost forgot about this, and then I was listening to this other guy on a podcast tell a paranormal story, and it brought it back. And this is gonna sound fake.
Sorry
a lot
for
of these
listening at night.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not like creepy though.
I get creeped out by this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah. But a lot of these stories that people tell, they're gonna sound fake or they sound like ridiculous, but like I swear to God, this happened.
Okay.
So my grandpa on my dad's side, I think it was one of my grandparents that died. I think it was my grandpa on my dad's side, who I had met like maybe a couple times when I was younger. Like I was pretty young, and I have no recollection really of meeting him, but he died, and I don't know. We either went to the hospital or we went to the funeral. I can't remember, but we went, and then after that, like it was just like a really sad day. We came back to our house. It was like some of our extended family was there. We were just kind of chilling, like I don't know, like after a funeral, everybody just kind of sits around or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know those books that they used to have growing up? I don't know if you ever had one, but when you open it, it starts playing a song, and like you close it, it'll stop. Okay, he gave one of those books to my sister when she was like really little. It was stowed away in a box upstairs in my like where I play Xbox. There's like a little room up in my house.
Yeah.
It was in a fucking box, closed, and it plays the song when you open it. And we were just sitting there in silence. The song started playing. We're like, wait, we're like, what's that noise? And we were like, what is that? Because it was really quiet. Because it was like in a box, and like it was like under some stuff.
Dude.
Like, what is that? And then we go upstairs, and we're like, oh, everyone started like freaking out because we were like he's talking to us, like, and stuff like that. Like I don't care if anyone tries to tell me that that's like not some spiritual thing. Like it is. Like to me, it totally is. And so we went up there and like took it out, and it's playing the song, but it's closed, and so it's like malfunctioning, obviously. But like, and then we let it go through its thing, and then we open it up. It like plays the song again, and then we close it, and it stops. And we're testing it out to see if like maybe it was just like if it's broken or something. But it never did it again.
That's crazy. And it's the fact that like he had given that to her is like just more like proof that it's that's crazy.
It's so weird. But how do you feel about paranormal movies? Or like,
I don't like them. I don't
like will you watch them or no?
Those are the scariest movies to me. Like watching
stuff with spirits and like
Paranormal Activity, even though that's not that scary, but like
about like The Conjuring and stuff. Does that stuff fuck you up?
That and like what's it?
The Exorcism
in Insidious.
Oh,
that
dude.
might be one of the scariest movies.
I've only
me.
watched one of those. There's like what,
them.
like 4 of them or something? I don't know.
Something like that. But like Texas Chainsaw Massacre doesn't really get to me.
Yeah, stuff with like those like killers and people go to like a cabin or
like
something.
Silence of the Lambs or
Yeah.
What's the one with Jack Nicholson?
The Shining.
Yeah, that's not that scary.
Yeah, that's more of like that, and Silence of the Lambs are, I feel like, more of like thrillers kind of.
Also, older movies aren't scary at all.
Yeah.
Like my mom's like, oh my gosh, Silence of the Lambs is so scary, and The Shining. And then I watched them. I'm like, that wasn't that scary.
Yeah, I mean, there's aspects of them that are like creepy, but I wouldn't call them scary. Yeah. I also think it's like
CGI or like special effects.
Yeah, it's like relative to like the time period. Like I'm sure from what I've heard, when Silence of the Lambs came out, it was like revolutionary. Like no one had ever seen a movie like that about like a killer. So like that's why it's famous. But yeah, I mean, I'll watch horror movies if I'm with like a group, but I don't
watch it by myself.
Yeah, dude, there's people like that though. There's like horror fanatics who will just like scare the shit out of themselves and like they just love the adrenaline.
I mean, I like the adrenaline, but I want to be with people.
Will it affect your sleep?
Depends. I don't know. Not really. If I'm like, well, I don't know, because if I'm by myself, then like if I'm with a group of people and I have to go like immediately after the movie,
yeah,
it'll like get to me if I'm walking out to my car.
You'll think about it,
dude. Even after that Ted Bundy movie that we watched, when I was walking out to my car, I was like thinking like, what if I just got like some guy came out of the woods and just got me?
But most of these serial killers take girls, right?
I know, but like,
just what if?
What if you thought I was a girl or like, I don't know. But like, I've also accepted like, if someone's gonna come get me, that's how I'm gonna go. Like I've come to terms that if I'm gonna die in a weird way, like I'm not afraid of like dying in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like people are afraid of flying or like skydiving or like being in a tall building. Like I've accepted like, if this goes down, like
it's like
that's it.
Yeah. It was like fate or whatever.
Yeah, I'm like not that afraid of like death, but that sounds dark. But
no, I mean I get that. I'd much rather die in like a weird, crazy, horrific accident or something than like get cancer or like dementia and just slowly like fade away, because that's like so hard to watch. Like
it's hard for everyone else to watch too.
Yeah. So when I was younger, I don't know what grade, maybe I was in like 5th grade, 6th grade. I don't know. I was pretty young, but there was this movie called The Happening, which I've rewatched it since, and it's not even like it's a really bad movie. It's not that scary, but at the time I didn't really know that. I was terrified by it, and my family was watching it. And it was one of those things where like I originally didn't want to watch it, and I was playing Xbox in the other room, but like a quarter of the way through the movie, I kind of drifted over there because I was intrigued, and I watched it.
Okay.
And at the end, so basically the concept of the movie is like there's this thing in the air that you can't see, can't smell, and if you breathe it in, it makes you kill yourself.
Oh my.
And have you ever seen Bird Box?
No, I actually haven't.
Well, so it's kind of like Bird Box, where like basically if you breathe in this fume that you don't know where it is, you'll kill yourself. So there's a whole epidemic worldwide where like millions of people are just like killing themselves in these horrible ways and stuff.
Damn.
And after I watched the movie, for like 2 weeks, I would have, every time I would get in bed at night, I would just have nightmares. Even when I was awake, I'd have like these like visions of like, what if it's here in Seattle and I'm just about to breathe it in and
fume is around. Yeah.
And then I was thinking like, what if I breathe it in and then I go like kill myself, then my parents have to see my dead body, and like, wow, it was very dark
mind.
Yeah.
I've never had a nightmare from something.
What?
If every time I have a nightmare, it's just random. Like I've never gone to bed scared and like had a nightmare.
You just have a really calloused brain. You're
I don't know.
And more immune.
I just
don't
really get scared that much when I'm falling asleep. But if I am scared falling asleep, I'm not gonna fall asleep.
Oh,
like I can't fall asleep until I like.
You're not.
I'm not scared. But
have you ever like, if you are really scared in bed, what's like your go-to thing to like remedy that? Like, will you get up and go like eat something, or like will you watch TV?
If I'm scared, I'm not gonna want to get up and go somewhere because that's when the monsters get me.
So you just lay on your phone or something, or will you
lay on my phone?
I mean, like, will you lay in bed and look at your phone, or will you like sit up and like turn on the TV? What's your thing?
Well, like I always fall asleep to podcasts now.
Yeah, that's
like I've
interesting
because I was having trouble sleeping, and that was like a way to distract myself.
Don't
like,
your ears hurt?
Sometimes I'll wake up and it'll be like uncomfortable. Like if I wake up, then I'll just take it out and go back to bed. But
yeah, because for me, if I wear in ear like earbuds for more than like 4 hours, they're really sore.
I mean, I'll usually wake up like 2 hours after I fall asleep and then take them out.
Oh, okay.
But like it's weird because sometimes I'll be hearing what's like in my ear, and that's what they're saying in the dream. Like I'm having a conversation of the
with
podcast.
like the people.
Yeah, it
Dude,
happens
that's
like a
cool.
lot. It's really weird though. I've woken up to us like
yeah
on like not that I was like listening to our podcast, but it just came on or something.
That's so weird. Yeah, no, I've had stuff like that happen where like one time I was watching The Office and I fell asleep and I heard like Michael Scott was like talking in my dreams. It was really weird.
I wish Michael Scott would talk in my dream.
I had this thought the other day. It's gonna sound like a major stoner thought, but it was a shower thought, and I promise you, like
this is new. John brings a shower thought.
Yeah. So our muscles in our body.
Yeah.
How do they never get tangled? Like hear me out. Like we got ligaments, we got tendons, we got muscles. There's a lot of like fibers.
Yeah, there's a lot of things
going on.
Yeah. What if
if you get like yeah, no, but like if you get like tackled in football and your body gets contorted and stuff, how does like stuff never get like flipped over each other? And like
I think that's how tears happen.
Well, yeah. And like I've heard like people get like knots, like a knot in my back or whatever. But what's weird is that I don't necessarily know technically what a knot is, but if it's like
you can literally feel it sometimes. But I thought that's like your muscle like clenching. That's like a cramp basically.
Yeah, but what's weird is that like if that's the case, that makes sense. But what's weird is like when there's a knot, if you like massage it and like really work it, it just like goes away. But like I was thinking, like if there's like an actual knot in a rope,
like
you gotta like physically untie it.
Yeah, you just go like.
Yeah, but how does that never happen with our muscles ever? The body is so crazy. The human body is
amazing.
And like there's also veins too. There's so much shit going on in our body.
I used to get think about how much is in like your torso.
Yeah.
You have kidneys, you have liver, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, pancreas.
Your lungs are right above that.
Lungs, dude. I get lungs and kidneys mixed up. I used to think kidneys were lungs and lungs were kidneys. Dude, which way? Because they're like they look the same. They're
got kidney and liver mixed up. I don't know where.
There's 2 kidneys though, and there's 2 lungs, and they both look like this.
So where's the kidney? Below on each side.
I want to say kidneys like back.
Okay, then like where's your liver?
I don't know. Right
somewhere in there.
Like this region.
Yeah. Do you ever like?
Dude, what does a pancreas do?
No, nothing.
No, that's the appendix.
Oh.
There's a pancreas.
But you can get your pancreas.
Oh.
I know if you have. There's people that get like pancreatitis or something.
Pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, no. But there's a different one where it'll like. And your gallbladder? What's your gallbladder? Your spleen?
And then you're just your bladder.
Yeah. There's so much stuff going.
Spleen? Yeah, what the?
I think those might be like different terms for the same thing.
I don't know. Spleen. What does a spleen do? I'm going to look that up. What is your guess?
I think your spleen is the same as your like. Wait, what were you saying? Your appendix?
Spleen.
Wait, what's the thing you said you don't need?
What? Oh, appendix.
What's the other thing I said?
Pancreas.
Oh shit! I don't know I get those mixed up because there's all the P's.
Dude, like I know like football players have gotten like punctured lungs or like punctured spleens. Or like punctured pancreas.
What's it say? What's a spleen?
The spleen plays multiple supporting roles in the body. Okay, immune system. Old red blood cells get recycled in the spleen.
Oh.
It helps like fight off pneumonia. So you have a weak spleen because you get pneumonia a lot.
No, I get strep throat a lot.
Oh.
I've got pneumonia once though.
Oh, just kidding.
Well,
okay. Dude, there's so much going on.
Yo, do you ever like?
And there's a rectum. That's another tube. I know that's like
just like your anus, right? Wait, isn't your
anus? There's also like a sphincter. What's that?
A sphincter? What the fuck is a sphincter?
Butthole.
I've never ever heard of a sphincter.
Sphincter.
I don't know if that's a word, Kyle. I need you to look that up. Because if it is, I am.
What is a
How are you spelling it?
Sphincter. Sphincter. Ring of muscle surrounding the serving to guard or close an opening or tube, such as the anus.
So it's the muscles
or
that
the
control?
Openings of the stomach. Oh, so there's an anal sphincter. There's like a stomach sphincter. There's a bunch of sphincters. We're just filled with sphincters.
Do you ever like forget that like
You have a sphincter?
Beneath your muscles, there's like all this stuff happening simultaneously. Like
bones?
Well, yeah, just like all the systems working. And like, I don't know. I just forget that if for some reason my eyes were like an MRI and I could look, or I don't know if that's the right term, but something where I could look through my skin and see all my organs.
Yeah.
There's like so much happening. And a lot of times I forget that like
and your
all
balls
this even
and stuff
exists.
too. Like your dick and balls. Like that's a whole system.
Yeah.
Like pee-pee, poo-poo.
Gigi.
Juju.
Juju.
I don't know what juju is, but
like jizz.
but what's juju?
What?
You said JJ, which I get, but I said juju.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, but another thing about getting tangled, how does like
Jizz?
your stomach and your intestines and your kidneys or whatever is in front here, how does that never get like
slide
one
around?
top? Yeah, because like if I lay on my side, what if something slides in front of my stomach and it's not supposed to?
I kind of feel like it's so packed in that,
Like
or your bones and your muscles kind of keep it in place maybe.
Oh.
So like maybe if you had no muscles, it might just kind of slide around and like your stomach might be up like over here and like your sphincter's over there. Sphincter's at my shoulder blade. Could be. No.
I don't know. This is so crazy. I'm just mind blown.
Also, when you swallow water, how does it not go in your lungs? How does your body know? How does your body know?
Kyle, that's a dumb question.
How is that a dumb question?
That's really dumb. Kyle.
Because if I inhaled
It's
water,
a totally
it goes in my
different
lungs.
hole. It's a totally different hole.
So like when you breathe, it opens. I know, but like it's crazy.
There's a hole that goes to your lungs, and there's your esophagus that goes down to your stomach.
I know that. I understand that.
But
how does it know which hole to go down?
like how does it know when to close one and open the other?
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you breathe, it probably opens one hole and closes the other. So like when you drink through a straw, you don't actually like inhale. You don't go like, you go, like you suck.
Yeah.
So like that's different. Maybe working a different muscle because like if you inhale through a straw, then it could go down your breathe hole.
Because isn't there like a thing where they say like you can't drink and breathe in with your nose at the same time? Like it's impossible.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Dude, how are there people that can breathe in and out at the same time? Like
Wait, there's people that can do that?
Well, there's like Mariah Carey is one of those people that can hold really long notes because she can sing and breathe.
Yeah.
And like there's like trumpet players or whatever, they're like really good that. Like, how does that?
It's just I think
like I can't do it.
No, it's just like a genetic kind of like it's like a defect, but it's like for the benefit of their life. You know? Like there's some people that are just like born with like special just like gifts.
Why didn't I get anything cool?
You know, like I was listening to a podcast with this doctor guy, and there's like he was explaining that obviously if you're like not in shape and you run a mile, you're going to be way more gassed because your endurance and cardio is like not as good. And you can train and you can make that better over time, and you can get like way better. But he said like basically when you get to like the top of the top, like if you're a top marathon runner or like a top swimmer and your cardio is insane,
can't get better.
And you can't get better. He said that there's like some points where no matter how good you are, even if you're like an Olympic athlete, there's a chance that there's another person that is as worked as hard as you, is as fit as you, but their cells are just like, I don't know.
Better than yours?
I don't know like how to explain this in the scientific way like he did, but basically there's like an index that they can calculate that just genetically some people's bodies can replenish the oxygen flat out faster than others. And so like he said Michael Phelps, like they've done studies now, and they said Michael Phelps had a ridiculous number, whereas like even other swimmers probably are in as good a shape as him, but their number is just, they can't replenish oxygen as fast. So like there's nothing you can do.
Dude.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Like is there a way to like test that when you're young?
I don't know.
Get my kid that test.
And just like tell him like, listen,
like,
kid.
Son, you're going to be a prodigy. You have to work.
Or you just tell him like, listen, your number is shit. So no matter how hard you work, you're not going to be good.
Just don't work hard. Let's figure out something else to do. Maybe you can become a writer.
Yeah. I like
or
that.
Or a podcaster.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You think there'll be kids that like grow up and they're like, because like nowadays and apparently in elementary schools, there's a lot of kids that are like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. Like it's like people's like Like when I was younger, I was like, I want to be an astronaut or whatever. And now they're like wanting to be YouTubers. You think that? I bet there's kids that have said they want to be podcasters.
Probably.
Yeah.
That
Fucking
sucks.
weirdos. No, I'm kidding.
Good luck.
Um,
We're gonna take over all of.
Yeah, we're gonna have every listener in the whole world.
Yeah, just
They're
give us
only
like
gonna listen to ours.
give us like 20 years.
Every other podcast is gonna die. All right, so to wrap this episode up, we're gonna hit you guys with a on this day in history, and
We have forgotten.
we kind of, I don't know. Let us know if you guys like this, because I'm trying to decide if we should do this like every once in a while or every episode, but who knows. But anyways, we're going to do a this day in history and a word of the day, because that's always fun. We got to learn something.
Yeah.
So
Well, we were already educational earlier, learning about the human body.
Yeah, dude. You guys got some anatomy in.
Another educational
Now you're going to get
episode.
some history.
Yeah.
All right.
So
What you got?
in 1914, this is June 6th, the first air flight out of sight of land. Someone flew from
Wait.
Scotland to Norway, so they flew over like where they couldn't see land.
Oh, the first time ever where they couldn't see what was
Yeah,
below
like
them?
that's actually crazy.
I mean, I don't think it's as crazy as the fact that for the first flying for the first time.
Yeah,
Like, once you start-
that is pretty crazy. No, but I don't know, because like just knowing that like
You don't
and
know
no one's
what's
done it
beneath you.
before. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, even now I get kind of scared when my plane goes up and goes through like thick clouds. I'm like, well, fuck. Like,
How do we know where we are?
yeah. It's so crazy that science is so good that like,
That we can fly places.
dude, I just like, yeah, it sounds basic, but the fact that like a pilot knows where he is when he can't see anything, that's pretty cool. I don't know.
GPS.
Yeah.
Thanks, NASA.
It's wild.
For all of you who don't think NASA is a good thing,
NASA's dope.
NASA's the reason we have GPS.
Well, relating to that, also on June 6th, 1936, in Berlin, Germany, the first helicopter was tested inside a building.
Awesome. That's like Hitler time. Oh, sweet, dude.
What kind of fucking crazy person you have to be to volunteer to fly a helicopter? Like, imagine no one's ever flown a helicopter,
Well, let's think about this.
and you're like, fuck it, I'll do it.
Let's think about this. 1936 may have been around when Hitler was around. I don't think they volunteered. Either they volunteered because they wanted to impress him, or he said, "You're gonna fly a helicopter."
Yeah. Well,
Wait, was Hitler around? See, the things that I don't know that I really should know.
see, but dates are hard. I don't blame you. I don't know.
I know like World War II is like the 40s, but maybe he was kind of gaining power around then. I'm gonna guess like 1934 to 1940.
In office, January 30th, 1933 through April 30th, 1945.
Okay, so this was Hitler.
Yeah.
This was him. He did it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. But
Fucking bitch.
I don't know. It's just the whole concept of like doing something when no human has ever
know.
done it before.
Like flying into space, like think
dude.
about how crazy that is. That people flew and like landed on the moon and came back.
Wait, what was when they landed on the moon? Was that the first time they ever went to space in general?
No.
Okay. Imagine the first time ever going to fucking space.
Yeah, dude, monkeys. There was a monkey in space.
Well, yeah, but that's just because he's kind of like the dummy that they just.
That is
know.
kind of fucked up that they
Yeah.
shot a monkey in space.
Yeah, he had no choice.
Imagine what was going through his head. He's like,
He's
oh.
like, oh, cool. Wait, did the monkey die?
No, he came back.
Wait, what?
I think.
How did he survive?
I don't know.
Oh
How did
my
he like not like
God.
press a button that like just blows up everything? Dude, do you think he like?
How did he survive the G-force, dude? I know
Strength.
they go through like months of training.
Do you think that monkey trained a lot?
I don't know. Just lift, pump, and iron.
Or just like they put you through that little like spinny thing?
What?
I don't know. I think they do
Spinny
that.
thing.
I think they like try to make you dizzy.
Oh, I don't know.
I've seen like
I want to go in a zero gravity plane.
people throw up in those a lot.
I know it would be fun.
That would be cool. I would be down for it.
So the word of the day on the day we're recording this, because we can't look into the future.
Okay.
It's oh shit, amalgamate or no amalgamate. No shit,
Amalgamate?
amalgamate.
Are you sure that's how it's pronounced?
I don't know. Oh yeah, there's a. Oh, I should have looked at like the phonetic amalgamate.
Amalgamate.
Yeah. Do you have any guess?
I'm gonna guess that's some sort of like you put it on like it's like glue, kind of.
Amalgamate. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, can you pass me the amalgamate? Like, I need to. We need to patch this together.
Yeah. For like a part of your car chips off or something, you gotta fill it. Oh,
like amalgamate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Dude, like, yeah, it's in those commercials where like the guy that has like flex
amalgamate.
tape. Yeah. Is your boat sinking?
Amalgamate.
Amalgamate. I don't know.
Do like Flex Seal.
Yeah.
We put a screen door in the bottom of this boat, and then we poured Flex Seal on it, and it still floats. Oh, dude, R.I.P. Billy Mays.
That was a really good like impersonation.
Maybe that's my calling.
Hi, I'm Andy Sullivan. We should make like a spoof of one of those, for like a really bad product.
Yeah.
All right.
We could call it amalgamate.
The definition: to unite in or as if in a mixture of elements, especially to merge into a single body. What the
Gluing stuff together.
The noun amalgamate derives. All right, I'm gonna use a different definition. I'm gonna look up.
Yeah, that's like, why does definition have to be so? Why do some definitions just have to make no sense?
Right? Like,
it's like, if I'm looking up this word, I'm obviously I don't know any of these other words. Like, I'm stupid.
Yeah. If I'm looking up what the word means, it's because I want to be able to use it in a sentence.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to look up a different word, which is what happened last time.
It happens every time. Combine or unite to form one organization or structure. He amalgamated his country with another.
He glued them together.
So it's kind of like super
glue.
You're kind of not wrong.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, all right. 1 for 2 then.
That was good.
Word of the day.
All right. Well, with that being said, thank you all so much for listening to this episode of Peak to Middle School. Did you have fun?
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah?
I did, yeah. Did you have fun?
I had a blast.
That's
as long as you're here. Anytime I get to stare into your eyes for an hour, that day's made.
That must be pretty
Do you
nice.
look at my eyes when we're doing this?
Yeah. I mean,
I look at your face. I look at the in between your two front teeth.
Do you have a gap?
No,
Dude, I used to have a mega gap.
Not a gap. I just like look at that space.
I look at different things. I look at your fingers sometimes. I look at your I look at like your bottom lip sometimes.
Oh, my bottom lip.
Sometimes I'll look at I feel like I always look into your right eye. Yeah. Now I'm looking at your nose. Where am I looking right now?
Middle of my nose?
No, I'm looking right. Whatever this thing's called.
What
above
is
your
that
lip.
called? I don't know.
The little like indent.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, thank you all for listening or watching. If you guys are just listening on one of the streaming platforms, check out YouTube. We have a full video version that accompanies every episode. So if you want to see our face or you're at work and you're like, I don't want to look at this Excel spreadsheet. I want to look at something sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here we are.
Anyways, Kyle, where can they follow you?
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at KyleStafford36. And you should follow the podcast at Pim's Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Specifically Instagram, because that's the post. That was rude.
I was trying to hype you up.
Specifically on Instagram for
clips.
For clips.
Yeah, we post the funniest parts.
Yeah.
Are you going to ask where they can follow me?
Me where you can follow me.
Yeah. Okay, cool. You can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow the show, like Kyle said. We're on every single streaming platform. Also, check out Facebook if you guys still use Facebook. With all that being said, one more time, I'm just going to plug the 7 Days of Silence video. I posted it yesterday on my personal channel, so you guys can go check it out. It's really cool. I spent a ton of time on it. And yeah, anyways, new episodes every Monday and Thursday, new videos on my personal channel every Wednesday. And that's it. See ya.
I love you.